guys, I'm Gabriella, and Bianca is not here with us. She didn't die or anything, she's just literally not here with us. Anyways, she has scoliosis, for those of you guys that don't know. And scoliosis, what it is when your spine is supposed to be straight, obviously, but it's not. Like, her spine is kind of in an S. I mean, not like a literal S, but it's like it's curved at points in her spine. Anyways, she is in physical therapy right now, but Bianca will be in the next video. So I was like, oh, wow, well, I'm gonna have to film a video by myself this week, which is kind of awkward because when you think about it, like, I'm in this room just talking to myself, which is actually not that weird because I do that a lot. I also ask myself questions and answer them too. I give myself the best advice. I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'll talk about the time I literally almost died. So yeah. So for those of y'all that don't know, I have a nut allergy. Like, I am so allergic to any kind of nuts, peanuts, walnuts, pecans, pistachios, Brazilian nuts, cashews. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Okay, so it was September 2nd, 2014. I don't know why I remember that date, but I do. At the time, I still went to school. Like, okay, let me back up. I'm homeschooled now. Well, I've been homeschooled for a year, and so is Bianca, but that's beside the point. At the time, I was actually like physically going to a school. So I came back from school, and it was Ronnie, Bianca, my mom, and myself, obviously, and we were all in the kitchen, and Ronnie and Bianca were having like after school snacks and like doing homework and stuff. Well, my mom, she made this like recipe that I think she found on Pinterest or something. You like take a banana, chop it up in a bunch of pieces so that you have like little banana like slices, and then you put almond butter in the middle and then put another banana slice on top. So it's like banana, almond butter, banana in a little snack, and then you freeze them, and then you take them out and you consume them or eat them. Prior to this event, I was able to drink like almond milk. I was able to eat peanut butter. I would literally eat peanut butter out of the jar. Sometimes I'd get like a hive on my arm, but it would just like go away. It wasn't anything serious. Let me back up. When I was 2 years old, like, I was tested for a peanut allergy and it was positive, which means I was allergic to peanuts, but for some reason, I was always able to eat peanut butter. And like I said, sometimes I'd get like a rash on my arm or something, but it would go away. And there has been a couple of times where my throat closed up, but it wasn't like too serious. I just drank some water and like within 30 minutes it'd go away. So yeah, back to my story. So my mom took them out of the freezer and she's like, hey, do any of y'all want some? Ronnie and Bianca took some, and I was gonna take one, and my mom's like, wait, Gabriella, you're allergic to nuts. You can't have this. And I was like, no, nothing serious is gonna happen. Since I eat peanut butter all the time, like, I figured I could have almond butter. I don't know, it just made sense. So I had what was probably like a half a bite of those peanut butter almond things that my mom made, and within like a minute my throat started closing up. And if no one's experienced what that is, it literally feels like your throat is just shrinking. It's so weird and uncomfortable, and it's like so painful. Well, it's not like really painful, but this time it like really was. So I grabbed a glass of water, I started drinking water, and usually it would like go away, but it wasn't. And I was like, okay, this is serious. I told my mom about it and she's like, see, I told you. My dad, he's a pilot. He was on a trip, so he wasn't in town, and my mom was like almost freaking out, but not really. She was actually laughing at the time. Yeah, it was like super scary, and I just like, I kept drinking water. Like, I probably had 3 glasses of water in like 5 minutes because I was like, this has to go away. It was literally getting worse. This is not good. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. My mom, she called my dad, and my dad was like, yeah, you need to get Gabriella to Centricare. And I was like, yeah, please take me to Centricare. Okay, the thing is with my mom, she'll rush me to the hospital if it's serious. She didn't realize how serious this was, so she was like, okay, I don't know, I don't really want to. So we didn't go to Centricare right away, but it progressively got worse and worse, and my throat, like, I can't even describe it. It was like, it was getting to the point where I couldn't even swallow. So then my mom was like, okay, hop in the car, we're going to Centricare. I'm like, yes, Centricare, we're going. I got in the car, and Centricare, it's only like 5 minutes from my house. We went there, I came in, I was like trying my best to not think of the pain. That was pretty hard. By the time I got to Centricare, my entire body was itching. It was very uncomfortable. I think the only thing that wasn't itching were like my actual eyeballs. My eyelids were scratching, but my actual eyeballs were not. It was bad. It seemed like the doctors there were just like, oh, it's no big deal. And I'm like, I'm gonna die. So we came up to the counter and my mom's like, she's having an allergic reaction and we're here, help. So this other doctor came, she was asking me questions, you know how like doctors always do before you actually have the appointment. She was asking me like how old I was, weight, height, all this stuff. I could barely talk. And she's like, do you need some water? And I just kind of nodded my head because yes, I needed water. No, I could not talk. They gave me a bottle of water. At this point, I could not swallow at all. I could still breathe, which is a good thing. Then she was asking me questions and she's like, are you pregnant? I'm like, what? First of all, at the time I was 16. I'm like, yeah, I'm 16 years old and do I look pregnant to you? Thanks. I was like, no. Okay, so then I kept sipping what I could from my water because I couldn't really, but I needed water. And then she asked me again, she's like, are you pregnant? I'm like, ma'am, I can assure you I am not pregnant. So then they took me in the back room and I like sat on the bench or like the doctor's bed thing. So the other doctor came in and he was kind of telling me like, from now on you have to be very careful with what you eat, what ingredients are in certain foods, and he's like, you're gonna have to get an EpiPen and you're gonna have to carry that around with you everywhere you go. Okay, so this is an EpiPen. It's, well, there's two of them. They come in like a thing. So yeah, I had to get this. So like what you do, it comes out and this is like the actual thing. You pop the blue thing up and a needle comes out, and whenever I have another allergic reaction that is like really bad, like this one, then I'm supposed to do this and a needle comes out and then you like puncture yourself in the thigh. I've never had to use this, but I really hope I never have to because I'm not really one for pain or needles or sharp objects. When I got home, like my face was all red, so was my skin, because at this point I was literally like rash. I was a walking rash. Okay, so I took these two pictures the day this happened, and I've shown them to my friends because they're people that I trust, but I've never actually shown like anyone else because I think they're super embarrassing, but I'll show y'all now. I took that picture of my lips like on the way to Centricare, so they were like kind of puffy and like it felt so weird. And then this picture, which is so gross, I took on the way back to Centricare. But for real, like, I'm the real Kylie Jenner.
I think big lips are awesome, so.
But yeah, my lips were like huge, literally like, oh my gosh, it was so gross, it was so weird. If I could imagine what death feels like, it would be this whole experience. When I got home, I took an oatmeal bath, which was the weirdest yet most soothing thing ever. And I just went to bed. I think I went to bed at like 7:30 because I just wanted to like get this day over with. That was literally the day I almost died. It was so scary. But looking back, it's still scary. So like now I'm super careful with what ingredients are in certain foods because like if I have a chocolate bar, it could be made in the same facility that like there's like peanuts in or like pecans or something, and then if I have that chocolate bar, that'll result in big lips and red skin and closed throat. I hope you guys liked this video, and it was super weird because like I'm just talking to myself. She's literally texting me right now. I don't want you to film the whole video and have it be out of focus. How's it going? In focus? She's like, super paranoid. But I got it, sis. I would say we are Diamond Dixie and we are signing out, but right now my other half is like not here. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Can't keep my hands to myself.